The effects and makeup are just incredible.
And as usual, the team at Fractured has really gone all out and given us our most unique looking demon yet.
The Insidious franchise has been around for over 10 years and isn't going to be stopping just yet. With the upcoming release of the next installment, Insidious movie, The Red Door, not only are fans excited considering it's been 5 years since the last, so today we'll be going back and sharing the behind the scenes moments of all of these movies, including talking about the future of this franchise.
Okay, drop in the dress, babe. You're on your own.
Yes.
More. Right. Ready? That's good. That's good.
Just to manipulate his body in a way that makes it seem like his fingers and his forearm and his arm are like all different entities.
But before we get into more of these moments, some trivia for you. How long did it take to shoot the first Insidious movie? Leave your answers in the comments down below and stick around to the end of the video to find out if your answer was correct.
If I'm just floating up?
Yes, rise up is perfectly even. Oh my god, that looks so cool.
Yeah.
And then turn to your right.
And then just a direct turn.
Keep looking. Okay, turn to me. That's where she is. Okay.
And do you want a direct turn and then a hand up?
Yeah.
Or do you want all one motion with a...
No. Turn.
Yeah, the turn and then the hand. That's what I thought.
First on our list is Insidious. The story starts out in a way that's similar to what we have seen before with scary movies. A family moves into a new home, Josh and Renee, and when their son falls into a coma, this is where things go haywire.
One little interesting piece of trivia about this film is that the demon character with the lipstick face is played by the composer, which is bizarre. It would be like finding out that Darth Vader was played by John Williams.
Believe it or not, the production of this film came from the success of the Saw franchise. Wan directed the first Saw film in 2004, and while he stated in an interview with Entertainment Weekly that he was very proud of the film,
is it scary? You know, with comedy, is it funny?
You know, it's interesting chatting to him how he constructs a scare. It's kind of like Colonel Sanders' secret herbs and spices.
James does such a great job of really scaring people in a visceral way.
He knows the genre inside and out.
he also felt that the film, specifically the violence and gore of it, put some people off and made them hesitant to work with him. He then made Insidious in part to prove that he could make a film without the level of violence found in the Saw series, and prove it he did. Going behind the scenes of this film, you can already tell that it was pretty fun to film.
Stop it. There's a camera right there. We could take a picture of the camera.
I actually took a lot of advices from Patrick as to how best to deal with the kids.
Really well on this one. So you just falling down. Your head really hurts.
This introduction to the film franchise was very important because of the other film's layout, and one of the tones that the first film set up was the ticking grandfather clock in the background, and the rule of no false scares, always making the build-up be something.
You know what, I do like the idea, even if we sort of back here, we see a lot more landscape, a lot more real estate.
Just a little bit of something.
And then he goes and he sits down, we dissolve between the two shots, and then he gets out and we realize, ooh, we're now
that's cool.
somewhere else.
Action.
What's your mother's name?
Lily. Lily Brenner.
Lily Brenner.
Picking up years later in Insidious Chapter 2, this one picked up right where the other one left off.
Essentially, what we wanted to do with Insidious Chapter 2 is, like a book, a chapter, we wanted to pick up from where the last one left off straight away. There's really only one story to tell. You can't really cut to 5 years later and be like, oh, it turned out fine.
Lee and I just started having a lot of fun in constructing the script where we started doing a lot of time traveling.
And the build-up and tension continues to be key in these films, and the director and writer takes us behind the scenes on how they do this.
And 3, 2, 1, go! Missing it. Look at that. That looks evil. I can still miss the ground.
Let's start as close as we can, right?
Then when he stands, we tip up anyway, right?
Mm-hmm. And then
We also wanted to give a shout out to our DC Thursday winner. If you guys didn't know, we ask a challenging DC related trivia question over on our community tab. You answer it correct, you get a chance to have your answer featured here in one of our videos.
No! No!
Key faces.
Ooh. So scary.
most hideous, badass villain type that we've met so far in The Further.
Interestingly enough, this franchise was actually meant to not have any sequels. The producer explained to the film stage when the first Insidious hit theaters that everybody involved in this original feature was solely focusing on getting Insidious out the door without focusing on plans for a sequel.
Ready, and 3, 2, 1, action! Action!
Freeze there. Freeze. Go ahead. Cut.
Got it.
Thank you.
Great. You check the gate, please. Check it out.
He freely admitted the ending left the door open for a sequel, but said he and the other members of the Insidious creative team wanted to focus on getting this movie right first before focusing on further follow-ups. This was obviously beneficial to the franchise, as since more sequels came out, fans keep coming back.
Okay. Ready? And 3, 2, 1, action!
I'm making a comment. This is a comment from me. We've come up with a story. Tell them what the story is.
It's about a dog and on a boat, and the boat sinks.
You want to see another rehearsal? Yes, please.
James Wan didn't return to Insidious Chapter 3 due to him directing Fast and Furious 7 at the time, but we still get to see the behind-the-scenes moments of this one.
When your spirit leaves this earth, your acts of kindness stay behind. It sounds like your mother left a lot.
Yeah, it's like sometimes I can feel her around me.
The next one we get to take a look at is The Last Key.
Come on over, buddy.
I'm gonna fly.
And so the scream and then slowly start.
And this one was next level scary in my opinion.
By far the scariest of all the demons. I'm worried about standing next to him.
And last but not least, Insidious The Red Door started development in 2020, and with Patrick Wilson's first directed film, he explained that he was really excited to do this, and he did pretty well just based on the trailer alone.
The people who need a longer schedule are first-time directors because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what's gonna wind up in the movie and not. They need time to experiment. Experienced directors, they know. So I think one of the small things that we did is allow for a longer schedule for him to have because he was a first-time director.
Speaking with Screen Rant, Wan teased development on Thread and Insidious Tale, revealing that it will take some inspiration from one of his other successful franchises, The Conjuring, using the mysteries of the astral plane The Further to tell new stories.
Good.
We gave you a little baby Mark into the room a little bit.
Fake! It's a fake person, and it's not alive, and it's really weird.
But I think we found the right one.
Great.
You happy with that, Matt? Yeah. That's a wrap on the dummy.
I'm about to get all bloodied up and get blood everywhere and just look awful.
And this isn't the only thing. Apparently James Blum stated way back in 2018 that he wanted to try exploring a crossover film between Insidious and Sinister.
You weren't meant to come down here.
You want to take somebody? Take me!
He stated that he personally believed it had potential for re-entering development in the future, stating that we're going to cross our worlds at some point, we're going to try.
Action.
We wanted to have a multitude of different ghosts. We didn't just want to have one villain. We thought of it like a pyramid. At the top, there's the scariest one, the most malevolent.
And as far as the answer to our trivia question, the first Insidious was filmed in record timing. The crew wrapped up filming 3 weeks after the start date. Considering this was a low-budget film with minimal CGI effects added, this was fast, but not too surprising.
To give you an example, there's a moment where we follow Rose, and she's walking around the house, she's doing her thing, minding her own business, and there'll be something off to the corner. And sometimes the audience catch that, and then their friends that did not see go, what did you see? And it just builds, and you just feel the the excitement in the room, and that's what makes it exciting for me, because that's when you know it actually works.
But we wanted to turn this around to you guys. What are your thoughts on all of these moments? Which one was your favorite, and are you excited to see this next chapter? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on for more videos just like this. That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys.
Go home.